But the biggest current one for Deebo Samuel is not having a long-term contract. And NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports there is no deal imminent between the Niners and their All-Pro. Pelissero adds it is not clear if Samuel will report to training camp on Tuesday. Elsewhere, 2 Raiders Pro Bowlers also hoping to get paid. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport says both tight end Darren Waller and linebacker Denzel Perriman want new extensions. But both players did report to camp on Wednesday. Tom Brady lost to Gronk, but gained to Rudolph. The Bucs are signing Pro Bowl tight end Kyle Rudolph to a 1-year deal. The longtime Viking played for the Giants last season. And 40-year-old Jason Peters isn't done yet. The 6-time All-Pro says he's staying in shape if a team calls. The Eagles great said he'd prefer to join an up-and-coming O-line so he can be a mentor. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, where are we going for breakfast?
I kind of want a breakfast quesadilla.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing quesadillas for breakfast these days.
Well, Taco Bell is.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, they have this Bell breakfast box now that comes with this breakfast quesadilla that's super cheesy and a hash brown.
Okay, I wish I knew about this earlier.
And it has Cinnabon Delights and a coffee in it.
Why did I not know about this earlier?
Try the new $5 Bell breakfast box, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations during breakfast hours only, 7 to 11 a.m. for a limited time. Contact local store for prices and participation with care. Tax extra. Drink food freezes.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. Love your results or your money back. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Well, happy Thursday to you. It is a Thursday, 21st day of July, 2022. I think maybe I've had too much coffee already this morning. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Starts out that way, that's for sure.
Yeah. And, well, you know, everybody in the East and in Europe talking about the heat. Well, we have it, but we can handle it. We're tough.
Yeah, that's right. Just tell them we're tough. Look to us if you want to know how to handle this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And well, for the most part, you have to admit it is a dry heat, and that does help.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Psychology or otherwise, it does help.
Yes. Oh, well. So have you readjusted your sprinklers at the house to conform with the guidelines from the city of El Centro?
I have.
Okay. I did too. And in the process, I found out I had a problem.
Yep, I did the same thing.
Yeah, so what I did was I called the pro. I called Gary Combs, and Gary, gee, yeah, you got a problem here. So Gary took care of it for me.
Yes, sir. I'm sure Gary's busy right now.
Yeah, yes, he is. Anyway, we're fully in conformance with the City of El Centro guidelines. However, I suppose maybe the city is immune to those guidelines, at least in the downtown parkways. But then they're not really sprinklers. It's drip irrigation.
Mm-hmm.
That runs over and wastes water.
It can.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We've got birthdays. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, good. Because I'm going to do it anyway. Movie director Norman Jewison, he is the one who directed Moonstruck and Fiddler on the Roof. He is 96. Singer Yusuf Islam. Maybe you know him better as Cat Stevens. Mm-hmm. He's 74. Doonesbury cartoonist Gary Trudeau is 74. Actor James Sheridan, 71. And comedian John Lovitz, 65. Actor Lance Guest, 62. Actor Matt Mulhern is 62. Actor Alicia Rayner is 52. Singer Fitz of Fitz and the Tantrums, 52. Actor Ali Landry, 49. Actor Justin Bartha, 44. Actor Sprague Graydon is 44. Actor Vanessa Lengies is 37. Actor Betty Gilpin is 36. And we do have local birthdays. Are you ready for them?
I'm ready.
Okay. These are your friends and neighbors, the people you know and love. Let's celebrate birthdays today. Happy birthday, Bianca De Leon, Jesus Loera, Cole Edgman, Lupe Colunga, Danny Lineses, Carmen De La Rosa, Sarah Alvarez, Daniel Ramirez, Haley Ramos, Javier Martin Romo, Manuel Molino, Rebecca Heineke, Samuel Leon, Angelina Marcos, and Richard Bird. Happy birthday. Okie dokie. Well, what's new in the world? Are you one of these superhero fans?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I grew up with the Superman and Batman. Yeah. And
Superman and Batman. Yeah. Actually, I like Superman the best.
Yeah, and the superheroes, Hall of Superheroes has expanded way past anybody could imagine. But Marvel has announced the release date of February 2023 for the much-anticipated Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Ant-Man is the world's smallest action hero, if you don't count Tom Cruise, of course.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Ant-Man, yeah, somebody that you'd have to be careful not to step on, I suppose.
Yeah, that doesn't really even have a good ring to it for...
No. Oh, well, but I'll bet you could go to Comic-Con in San Diego this week and see Ant-Man.
And dress yourself up and you can be an ant.
You can be pretty much anything you want to be. Oh. And I don't know if you're aware, but the most popular drinks in America are beer, vodka, and red wine. Yeah, or as Demi Lovato calls it, a breakfast smoothie. Yeah,
it's all for the health of it.
Yeah, vodka's number one over beer? Okay.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I'm sure that people are still using it to raise the octane in their vehicles, for those that, are competitive drivers.
Yeah. And you're probably right. And an excellent disinfectant.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'll clean it all up.
So are we ready for some news?
I'm ready.
We're ready. We've got to look at World and California news headlines to begin with, and it's all brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News special report. President Biden has COVID. We found out just minutes ago. White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy has the latest on this developing story.
The White House says the president tested positive this morning and is already taking the antiviral drug Paxlovid. Aides say he is experiencing very mild symptoms. We're told Mr. Biden will, quote, work in isolation until he tests negative. The president, who is 79, appeared yesterday in Massachusetts and was scheduled to travel today to Pennsylvania and Delaware. Those plans are now scrapped.
Once again, the White House just announcing President Biden, who's fully vaccinated and boosted, has COVID. He's only experiencing mild symptoms. Per standard protocol, the White House medical unit is informing anyone Mr. Biden's been in close contact with. That includes members of Congress and members of the media who traveled with him yesterday. The president last tested negative on Tuesday. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: as monkeypox cases rise, San Francisco Mayor London Breed is trying to acquire more vaccine doses. Although monkeypox isn't fatal, she says what's happening now reminds her of the AIDS crisis in the 80s.
During the AIDS crisis, San Francisco sadly was left on its own, and we had to fight really hard to get resources in order to address this issue.
San Francisco now has 141 reported monkeypox cases. A 5-day closure of the westbound 210 freeway in Irwindale is now underway. For drivers, it's tough going.
Everybody's on the freeway, and nobody's moving for at least 3, 4, or 5 miles, and it's just semis on cars.
The closure is needed to make repairs to a bridge over the San Gabriel River. Knott's Berry Farm has announced a new policy that will require guests 17 and younger to be accompanied by a 21-year-old or older chaperone during park visits on Friday and Saturday. This comes after Knott's Berry Farm was forced to close early Saturday night after a brawl. Steve Clausen, California News.
And World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. Remember, you've got a friend in the air conditioning business, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. There are 3 in the valley to serve you. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, an accident in the city of El Centro. Carroll Buckley filed the story.
El Centro Police are investigating an accident, a vehicle versus a building. The accident occurred at about 8:25 yesterday morning at Pep Boys. The vehicle ran into the front of the building, causing some structural damage. The El Centro Police, El Centro Fire Department on scene. There were no injuries. And the driver of the vehicle apparently mistook the brake and the accelerator pedal, which caused the collision. The incident remains under investigation.
In other local news, still no details on the Border Patrol shooting earlier this month in Calexico. Border Patrol law enforcement have confirmed it happened. Other than that, not many details are known. Most information was posted on social media. Border Patrol agents stopped and returned fire on the van. One of the occupants was hit by gunfire and life-flighted out of the county. The Border Patrol released a statement acknowledging the incident, saying more information would be made available later. Calexico officials said the FBI was going to be part of the investigation, and all information would be released by those involved in the investigation. There is no information as to why the Border Patrol stopped the van or the identity or condition of the person who was shot. KXO News Time is coming up to 7:42.
Hey, Brawley, in the entire North End, maybe you heard that a local tire shop and service center is recently closed. I thought you ought to know. El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center is stepping up. They're here with everything you need. You'll find qualified senior techs with the knowledge and experience to treat you and your car right. There's everything you need. Lube, oil, and filter change. The best price on tires guaranteed. Auto air conditioning and cooling system service. El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. And of course, at El Centro Motors and the Imperial Valley Mall.
In other local news, a Ag Benefit Advisory Committee meeting, it had been scheduled, but it has been canceled. It was going to be on this Monday. Our the 25th. That meeting has been canceled. Ag Commissioner Carlos Ortiz announced the cancellation. He did not say why. He did say the next regular meeting of the Agriculture Benefit Advisory Committee is scheduled for September the 26th. That meeting will begin at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, Imperial Valley Economic Development Commission has resource partners. They are Clean Tech San Diego and Sign Program. This is a free program for startups that are developing solutions to help California meet its energy goals. The program provides access to resources and facilities and regional partners in order to accelerate the commercialization of emerging networking forums or emergency energy technologies. The program services include advisory support, workshops, training, IP and expert assistance, networking forums, technology commercialization, and mentoring, tasting facilities, market intelligence, and access to capital. To learn more, contact the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Broma Applicators reminds listeners more teen auto collisions occur during the summer months than any other time of year. Kids are out more at night, and distractions like cell phones, loud music, and passengers lead to more accidents. Parents, encourage your teens to always stay focused behind the wheel. Your guidance does make a difference and could prevent a tragedy. This message is brought to our community by Broma Applicators in Brawley. That's Broma Applicators, joining efforts to keep our young drivers safe.
It's page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley. They're open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Continuing with more local news, El Centro Police Chief is scheduled to retire. Carroll Buckley has more on that.
El Centro Police Chief Brian Johnson has announced his intentions to retire. Johnson, who has been with the El Centro Police Department since April of 2018, will retire as of July 29th of this year. Prior to coming to El Centro, Johnson was chief of the Upland Police Department, and prior to that, spent a long career with the Los Angeles Police Department.
Irrigation District has issued a conserve alert. The conserve alert is in effect now through Friday. According to the IID, by conserving energy, you can take stress off the energy grid, maintain reliable energy delivery, and help avert rotating power outages. The IID suggests you set your air conditioner to 78 or higher, give major appliances a break between 4 and 9 p.m., and turn off unnecessary lights. The IID has more ways to save energy at their website. And finally, 2 rescued in the Jacumba Wilderness region. The first rescue began Monday at 11:30 or so p.m. El Centro Sector's Foreign Operation Branch received notification from Mexican authorities of 2 lost individuals. The report was they became lost after walking for 3 days, and they were in need of assistance. The Border Patrol agents responded to the last known coordinates. As close to 1:30 Tuesday morning, they located the 2 miles north of the U.S.-Mexico border. The second incident was reported at 1:20 Tuesday morning. 6 individuals were reported lost and in need of assistance. Border Patrol agents were able to locate the lost individuals around 3. Tuesday morning, they were found 1.5 miles north of the U.S.-Mexico border. All 8 rescued were found safe and did not require medical attention. It was determined that all had entered the U.S. illegally They were taken into custody for processing. So far, this fiscal year, El Centro Border Patrol agents have made 229 successful rescues. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says above normal temperatures will prevail through the rest of the week. Daily highs across the Imperial and Yuma valleys will be in the 110 to 115 degree range, resulting in a moderate to high heat risk. Moisture will begin increasing across the region this weekend, leading to slightly cooler temperatures. Storms may become prolific next week, with much higher rainfall chances and potentially locally heavy amounts. 109 the high yesterday, 87 our overnight low. Mostly sunny and hot today with a high near 114. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming light and variable. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 88. West wind 10 to 15 with gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Sunny and hot on Friday with a high near 115. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south in the morning. Saturday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 110. Southeast wind 5 to 15 miles an hour. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 105. It'll be breezy with a southeast wind 10 to 15, gust up to 20 miles an hour. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 11 a.m. on Sunday. 90 degrees downtown El Centro, 59% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast, it's picked up 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting as high as 20 miles an hour at times. Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
You're home after a long day, preparing dinner when...
Ew! What's that? It smells like rotten eggs.
That might be a natural gas leak.
It can't be. We don't have any natural gas appliances.
Even if you don't use natural gas, that rotten egg odor could be a sign of a leak in your neighborhood. Because gas lines can be buried anywhere.
Shut up.
No, speak up. If you ever suspect a leak, leave immediately and call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Thanks, deep voice narrator.
You're very welcome.
5X480, Dayton B100 B-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Well, the San Diego Padres and Joe Musgrove are optimistic about reaching an agreement on an extension this week. Musgrove, who could hit free agency at the end of the season, wants to stay in San Diego. Hey, that's where he's from. The 29-year-old made his first career All-Star game and pitched well, and the Padres want to keep him. Meanwhile, Red Sox left-hander Chris Sale underwent successful surgery to repair a fractured finger on his throwing hand. Sale suffered the injury Sunday during an eventual 13-2 loss to the Yankees. Took a line drive off the bat of Aaron Hicks, hit him in the hand, broke his pinky.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, after weeks of negotiation, all-star guard James Harden has agreed to return to the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year deal worth $68.6 million. Harden will have a player option for the second year. And the Lakers are continuing to try and pick up Kyrie Irving. But anyway, they're also looking at, Buddy Hield in trade talks with the Pacers. Kevin Durant kind of muddling things up in the middle as they try and figure out, he tries to figure out what he's going to do. And Golden State Warriors owner Joe Lacob has been fined $500,000 by the league for making unauthorized communications regarding collective bargaining. The fine, one of the largest in NBA history. And switching over to the NFL, veteran Kyle Rudolph is signing a 1-year contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That gives Tom Brady a new tight end target in the wake of Rob Gronkowski's retirement. Rudolph gives Brady and the Buccaneers an experienced tight end to pair with Cam Brate. And, we're in professional football. In the wake of UCLA's departure to the Big Ten alongside USC, California Governor Gavin Newsom demands an explanation on behalf of the public. Yeah, he wants to know just how the move will be beneficial for not just student athletes, but the history of the Bruins' partnership with UC Berkeley. Yeah, he's really concerned and demanding answers. Okay, Bubba. And that's it for sports. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Are you tired of all the clutter and junk in your house, your yard, or your business? I've got your answer. Give All Valley Junk Removal a call at 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. Yes, they'll come by and give you a free estimate on removing your junk. They do it all. Commercial junk removal, tenant cleanouts, storage cleanouts, yard cleanouts, and more. Even heavy objects. All you have to do is call All Valley Junk Removal, 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. They work 7 days a week to accommodate you, so call All Valley Junk Removal.
I think I'm going to give them a call and have them clean out Gabe Lemoo's office. Yeah, maybe too tough. It's time for financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. American and United Airlines both reported their first operating profits since the start of the pandemic, as strong demand for air travel and high fares allowed the carriers to overcome rising fuel prices. But the good news for airline investors was bad news for airline passengers. The amount passengers paid to fly each mile on the airlines in the quarter was up just over 20% compared to 2019, by far the highest per mile fares paid since the start of the pandemic. Meanwhile, the U.S. Postal Service said yesterday that at least 40% of its new delivery vehicles will be electric, up from the 10% it had once committed to, following a backlash from the administration and others. Under the revised plan, the Postal Service will buy 33,800 electric vehicles, 33,900 extension cords as well. 25,000 of those vehicles will come from Oshkosh Defense, which designed a specific electric vehicle for the Postal Service needs. The other vehicles will be purchased off the shelf from automakers like Ford, Mercedes-Benz, and Rivian. So what's on the big board? Right now we're seeing red. Oil prices down. Yeah, oil prices are dropping. Demand has dropped. And, not only has demand dropped, but supplies have increased. The Dow off 188 points at 31,686. The S&P 500 down 6 at 3,945. The NASDAQ up 4 at 11,901. Oil down 330 an ounce. Yeah. Isn't that what we pay for it?
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We'll have mostly sunny skies today, and it will be hot with a high near 114. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Winds will become light and variable later in the day. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 88. West wind 10 to 15 with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Friday, sunny and hot with a high near 115. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the south. 91 degrees, 52% relative humidity, wind out of the south-southeast at 10 to 15, gusting up to 20 miles an hour at times. Financial news and the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Security Services. Did you know they offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal? You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. The White House says President Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
Ahead of this moment, White House aides have said for months that it wasn't a question of whether the president would come down with the virus, but when. Mr. Biden tested positive this morning. We're told he's experiencing very mild symptoms. His doctors have already put the twice-boosted 79-year-old on the antiviral drug Paxlovid. The president's plans to travel today to Pennsylvania and Delaware are being scrapped, and the White House says Mr. Biden will, quote, work in isolation until he tests negative.
Reaction moments ago from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
I understand that the symptoms are light. I hope they continue to be so. That was my experience. I hope that that's the case for the president.
Pelosi had the virus in early April. Now to suburban Boston, where fire broke out on a crowded commuter train as it crossed over a river. A scramble to get to safety this morning on that train in Somerville, Massachusetts.
We heard an explosion. Understandably, people got very frightened, started screaming. Some Good Samaritans tried to actually pry the doors open.
The commuter line says it was a mechanical problem that caused it, and no one was injured. Just ahead of a Saturday school board meeting that could cost the Uvalde school police chief his job, an emotional confrontation involving the school gunman's mother and a distraught woman who lost a child in the attack nearly 2 months ago. CBS's Lilia Luciano.
A tense confrontation was caught on camera by a Telemundo news crew.
You have no right to judge my son. No, you don't.
It shows Adriana Martinez, the mother of the attacker, responding to the family of Amerie Jo Garza, one of the 19 children murdered at Robb Elementary.
Why didn't you call the cops to begin with? I didn't know.
Martinez then apologizes.
I know my son was a coward. You don't think I don't know that? And I'm sorry.
Yay!
Well, CBS's Scott McFarland tells us evidence presented tonight to a special House committee could help build a case against Donald Trump.
The January 6 panel says the focus of this primetime hearing will be what it characterizes as a failure to act by former President Trump as the Capitol was under attack. One component of the hearing, we're told, will be the playing of recorded outtakes of a January 7th speech by the former president after his advisors urged him to denounce the violence.
Amazon says it's buying the primary care organization One Medical in a nearly $4 billion deal. Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 165 and the NASDAQ is up 11 points. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Yeah, it's Coach Ice-T. Who's ready to spin? We're starting with a big hill. Let's ride.
Why is Ice-T leading our spin class?
It's probably the Honey Nut Cheerios. He found out they can help lower cholesterol. Now he's having fun taking care of his heart in all sorts of new ways.
That's right, Buzz. Now, spinners, really pour your heart into it and pick it up.
Learn more by picking up a box of Cheerios and check out our Pour Your Heart Into It audio workouts with Ice-T and Buzz to get your heart pumping.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Some names are changing at Disney theme park stores.
Disney is getting rid of the term fairy godmothers at Bibbidi Bobbidi boutiques in favor of more inclusive, gender-neutral titles. The salons give makeovers to kids, transforming them into princesses and knights. When they reopen next month, employees, formerly called fairy godmothers in training, will be referred to as fairy godmothers apprentices, allowing cast members who don't identify as female to be part of the process. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Monarch butterflies have now been listed as endangered. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature announcing that designation today for the orange and black butterflies, estimating populations have declined between 22% and 72% over a decade. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
1230 KXO.